Hi, everybody. Welcome to WCAX. This is our live dance streaming show, kicking off about 9:25 now. Just want to get on and introduce you guys to Claire. She is our
Good morning.
weekend morning anchor here. Very excited to have her part of the team. So, Claire, first and foremost here, just kind of fill us in where you're coming from.
Yeah, thank you for having me on this morning. I am coming from a different news station down in the Florida Panhandle, a popular area destinations near it or Destin, Panama City Beach. I was at the Panama City Beach station, but I covered a lot of the western areas, so along 30A and Destin. I know those are very popular spots, so that somebody may recognize those destinations. But coming from there, which essentially is the polar opposite, especially weather-wise. So I'm adjusting to this cold weather, but definitely looking forward to getting some skiing in. But I do have to say, I think my dog is adjusting to the weather a little bit better than I am.
Yeah. And with that in mind, too, you live in Florida your whole life, or is that your first job?
No, so I lived in Florida for about 6 years. I had moved down there to actually work and do some communications and social media for a nonprofit down there, a very large animal rescue.
Oh, great.
And so I did that for a few years, but then I met somebody who worked at the news station, and they encouraged me to apply, and I actually started off as a producer, so behind the scenes, putting the shows together, and my boss one day said, hey, you should jump in front of the camera. So she gave me that opportunity, and that was definitely a lot of fun, a big adjustment, but it was a lot of fun doing that. And then about a year or so after I had been telling stories, getting out there with the camera, I was offered the position to sit in front of the camera in the actual studio. So I was the evening weekend anchor over there for a while, and it was just a lot of fun. And so my contract, after 3 years working there, had come to a close, and I was just looking around at other options, and I got an email from our big boss here one day and said, hey, I'd love to bring you up to Vermont, and here we are now.
Yeah, and you've been here for, what, about a couple weeks, a month-ish now, 3 weeks?
A few weeks. I started, my first day was December 4th, but of course you wouldn't see me out and about quite yet. I'm still adjusting to this newsroom and still learning everybody's names, of course. That'll still take me a little bit of time, I'm sure, but I'm starting to finally get out there with the camera a little bit, and hopefully soon I should be appearing on the weekend morning shows, so definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We're obviously very happy to have you. As far as stories you have covered, you like to cover, what's that look like?
So I will say, especially when I was down in Florida, there are a lot of big eco hotspots down there. Florida does have a very unique ecosystem and different environments and habitats. So I definitely felt drawn towards covering those stories, especially with things like the dune lakes that were there and all the migratory animals. It was just so fascinating and fun to speak with the environmental coordinators with the counties down there and really dig into that. So I'd love to, I know Vermont here as the state as a whole is definitely very eco-focused. And I know a lot of people really care about the environment and the nature around us. So I would love the opportunity to really get into that. But I know a lot of the reporters here also love to cover that as well. So I'm sure we'll all be fighting for those stories.
Yeah, a little bit. And as outside of work too, coming to Vermont, what's a couple of those things you want to knock off your bucket list living here?
Ooh, well, I'm still unpacking. I've still got plenty of boxes that I have not yet unpacked. So the bucket list is slowly forming. It's not very long yet because I still have, to figure out what really there is to offer for up here, but I know I've been told about all the very fun things in the area. I definitely want to get up to Montreal. I have been to Canada once before, but haven't gotten the opportunity to get up there since, so I'm excited for maybe weekend shopping trips in Montreal. Definitely excited to, once I unpack my skis, I'm excited to get out there and explore the mountains that are out here and what those have to offer.
So that's my kind of my next question too, is that you were in Florida for a while. I know obviously you've skied before if you have them, but are you a good skier? Or you ski a lot, or what's the deal?
I like to think so.
Okay.
When I was younger, because my family, my grandparents lived near a very small skiing mountain in Pennsylvania. I don't know if anybody would possibly recognize Blue Knob, but that is where I grew up skiing. Again, very, very small mountain up there, or down there, but my whole family on my dad's side have always been huge skiing. They just love getting out there, and so I've been skiing ever since I was wee little
It's more than I
child.
can say. I grew up in Massachusetts, and I didn't ski at all, and it shows now at 27. So,
but it's still fun to get out there, and so I like to think I'm a good skier, but we'll have to see because I am a bit rusty. I only got the opportunity to ski a few times these past 6 years, so I'm excited to get out there again.
Well, I can say too, especially for first time for the weekday morning show, a lot of us like to get out and get after, especially after work, and for your schedule on the weekend too, that works out perfectly.
I'm very excited to have the whole afternoon to explore, do what I want, and possibly get out there on the mountain. Assuming I know the weekend ski ticket prices though are quite a bit higher, so we'll see. Yeah, be
a good crowd though. I mean, it's not always a bad thing.
Absolutely.
But I guess my final things too is I'm trying to think more like Vermont things that you need to do. I mean, everybody has the maple syrup. And
I was going to say, I'm excited to try the maple syrup candies I keep seeing.
Yeah, I mean, Stowe's a big hot spot.
Good to know.
I don't know. I mean, this is also on Facebook Live too, so if anybody has any recommendations and all that, throw them in the comments.
I was going to say, if anybody has any ideas for, this is my first time ever actually being in Vermont. I never had the opportunity to come here, vacation here, or anything like that before. So I'm excited to explore the area. And if anybody has any recommendations, anything I should add to my bucket list, please let me know. Yeah, absolutely. Well, you can see Claire I don't know if it's this weekend, next weekend. It's very relatively soon as far as the weekend morning show. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I think we're still figuring out. I just had to take a weekend off for some family business, so that sort of put a little bit of a delay on things. But I'm hoping possibly this weekend I will be on air on the weekend mornings.
Absolutely. We'll see Claire again relatively soon here on the weekend mornings, and of course the rest of her time too. You'll be out reporting a little bit too, right? So
yes, I'll be out there. I'll be out and about. If you see me on the streets, say hello.
Absolutely, look forward to it. But Claire, thanks so much for dropping by.
Thank
you.
And
again, look forward to joining you in the mornings. I mean, I know enough. I don't want to be there Saturdays, but Claire Jones, thanks for so much.
Thank you.
And again, as far as we're talking about some of those bucket list things, and now we're high time Christmas time here. You know what I mean? And we're talking about Stowe and just a lot of those places. Where do you think she should go, Peter?
You are asking me
talking to the void there.
Asking me for ski and snowboarding recommendations from.
It's just you gotta work with me a little bit. I mean, you do enough snow reports and.
I mean, Stowe always a good one. Where else does everybody go? We got Smuggler's Notch on the list.
Whiteface this morning.
We talked about Whiteface this morning. Yeah. This is going there. Jay Peak always another
Whiteface
good one.
is a scary mountain. I don't want to deter anyone, but Whiteface would hurt me in ways that
I think
I'm not.
Every mountain would hurt me. So I mean,
we'll get you out there. I'm gonna put you on a T-bar on at.
What I will say is the morning show last year for Alyssa's birthday, we did a little bit of an outing.
Yeah.
And I could barely handle sledding. Do you remember that?
That was insane though. That was insane. We did the night sledding. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to spitball here. I'm trying to think of a good, camel's hump.
Yep.
You could do that. It's Church Street. I don't know. But Peter, like I said before, we're a week away from Christmas now.
From Christmas, Insane. The fact that Christmas Eve is now on the 7-day, and when the 7-day changes at 4 p.m. tonight for the evening shows, we'll have Christmas Day on it. Just crazy.
Yeah, and I just find out too that I'm you're taking some time off next week. Let's take some time off next week.
Yep.
Lone soldier. Well, I'll be here for a couple days.
Well, somebody's got to be here.
I know. Anyway, what are we looking at for the next couple days here as far as getting to the big day?
Yeah, as far as winter activities go, since we were talking about that, well, we've actually seen a good deal of snow melt over the last several days, and I wanted to show you how we're starting off the day today. Most of us dry and cloudy out there. Temperatures still pretty mild. It's not quite what we had yesterday, but nonetheless, I mean, mid to upper 30s. Take a look at Burlington coming in at 40 right now. Burlington's normal daytime high should be 34 degrees. So again, we're going to be a couple degrees above that, and all things considered, looking fairly mild here through much of the day today. Here's how the day shapes up on Futurecast. A good amount of clouds here through the course of the day. Notice as we head towards this afternoon, this evening, though, we start to see a few rain and snow showers begin to make their arrival. First across the western half of the area, New York's North Country, before gradually filling in off to the east here as we head into the latter half of the evening commute time. Most of us going to be talking about a primarily snow event, but notice those broader valley locations, the Champlain Valley, even the Connecticut River Valley for a lot of places, going to be talking about mixed precipitation and plain old rain, and it's a pretty quick mover. By about 2-3 o'clock tomorrow morning, the system is now out of here, and we're just kind of dealing with a few leftover, basically mountain snow showers on and off in nature here through the course of your day on Thursday. In terms of how much snow we talk about, notice the Champlain Valley, even a good swath of the Connecticut River Valley, not really talking all that much snow. For most of us, it's maybe a trace up to an inch or two. However, portions of New York's North Country, as well as portions of the Northeast Kingdom, I suspect they could probably pick up an additional 1 to 3 here by the time tomorrow morning rolls around. So here's the forecast through Friday and really into the upcoming weekend. We'll keep a few snow showers going into the day on Friday. Again, a few snow showers doesn't really look to be all that impactful. We'll even keep a few snow showers going into the day Saturday. Maybe a little bit of minor accumulation here and there, but again, not looking to be all that impactful weather-wise at all. Temperature-wise, take a look at this. The big story into the weekend is going to be the cold, falling through the 40s into the 30s, 20s, and then Sunday rolls around. Most of us are going to be talking about temperatures stuck in the teens. So get out and enjoy the warmer weather if you are a fan of the warmer weather. So here's where we are for the rest of the day today. Mid to upper 30s, lower 40s out there. Mainly cloudy skies overhead. Snow and a little bit of rain snow mix begins to move in as we head towards later this afternoon and evening. Again, a pretty quick mover as it's out of here by the early morning hours tomorrow. Temperatures tonight falling back into the mid and upper 20s and lower 30s out there. For your day on Thursday, most of us again in the upper 20s and lower 30s here for daytime highs. For your day on Thursday, just a few leftover snow showers here and there. Now look at that 7-day forecast, not looking too bad here through the next several days. We do get a little bit of sunshine back as we head into the second half of the weekend. Also looking colder here as we head into the second half of the weekend as well. Take a look at Sunday. Temperatures stuck in the teens. Does look optimistic that we can keep a little bit of sunshine going for Monday and Tuesday of next week before temperatures starting to climb back into the 20s as well for next week.
Yeah, Peter, I think we said before, it's like, oh, it's starting to feel like Christmas weather. And now it's 41, which is more like, and yesterday was 50. It's more like springtime. Yeah. And now it's going to be cold, and it's back. We're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah. But anyway, people getting outside, Christmas shopping, do it today.
Yeah,
that's probably
today's
if
probably
you're gonna
the
go
day.
outside, you go outside and get outside. Do it today.
Yeah.
And also for your loved one's sake, get there before everything sells out.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Peter. I think that's the rest here on WCAX. Of course, you can see all of our content on WCAX.com. You'll see Peter and I
in a
in
few
about
hours,
2.5 hours, and then all reading shows tonight. So until then, we'll see you around.